Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Doodle Robot and today I'm going to bring to you my big haul for May, or mostly May. Some of it was purchased in late April, but it just took forever to get here. So I'm going to clear some of the clutter out of the way and we will get started. And by the way, I'm saving the best of show for last. So stay tuned for that. Alright, so we got nothing special here, just my favorite pencil sharpener, as I'm in need of a backup. I'm going to be getting rid of the current one pretty soon, so I'll need another one. Alright, so, that's Fiskars, by the way. It's awesome. You can sharpen, I think it sharpens Prismacolors just perfectly. Not too pointy, but not too dull either. And you can sharpen them way down till they're very tiny as well. So, all right. And as you may have seen, I purchased the Crayola Colors of the World markers, the fat markers. I don't know what they're calling these. Maybe, broad line markers. And I liked them so much that I went back and purchased the fine line markers. So they're just exactly the same. You can check out my video if you want to see me talk about those. Let me adjust my lights here a little bit. They look a little off. Weird shadows are being cast. I don't know why. Yeah, I have a whole video on those. They seem very promising. I'm excited to use those. All right, and we have my last video I did. This is the Shuttle Art Skin Tone Dual Tips. I've already taken them out of the packaging. They are here in another bag, and that's just the last, I think the last video I did. If I put this up next, could be the second to last video I did. I have swatches of these. I just swatched them and gave my opinions, just my initial impressions. They're here. They're okay, I guess. I don't really know. I'm looking for more skin tones than are, say, in my Ohuhu pastels and up here in my spree markers. So they should be good. I'll show you the Colors of the World. Here's the broad tip and the fine tip here. Of course, they're the same colors, just in different tips, but yeah, I have high hopes of those. So you can check out those videos if you're interested in seeing me kind of unbox those and see what's going on. And the last supply I got was just a cloud stencil, a very stylized cloud stencil, which I really like. I haven't even opened it yet, but yeah, I'm super excited to use that someday with my gel crayons, which I hardly ever use. Okay, now to the many, many books that we got, although we're only calling it like a medium big haul. It's not as big as February, but not as small as I normally do. So I got Carla Magana's Spooklets. I saw this, I want to say it was April, but maybe it was the month before that, March. A lot of people did their monthly pages. A lot of people did pages in here. And I was like, oh, I like the hair in this book. So I had to purchase it. She's kind of one of those artists. I want to get one every month or two until I have all of her books that I want for her. So I picked that up from Book Depository. I saw this on Color Me Stress Free, I think. It's by Hannah Karlson. It's a little kid book. I think this means party. I'm not sure. It was a while back. This was one of those that took a really long time to come. Maybe I'll zoom you in a smidge. Sorry. Okay. And I'm sure you've all seen this going around. It's very true to the Hannah Karlson style. I feel like the backgrounds are a little less and the pictures are a little bit bigger. And I figured this one probably wasn't going to be coming to America or the US and be an English version, so I just picked it up right away. Normally I'm happy to wait until the English versions come around in the US. All right, next, just recently I got A Million Christmas Cats, and I had thought that this book was out of print because I tried to get it at Christmas, and I had it in my cart. There were only a few left. They all went away. And then there were none to be had anywhere, and the price was going up, up, up. You know, it wasn't the normal, like, $9.95 or whatever it is. And so I'm like, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to get that one. But I was, you know, shopping on Amazon, and they recommended it. And I'm like, what? I clicked on it, and I'm like, oh, it's back in stock. That's great. So I told myself if it ever came back on Amazon and it was, you know, the normal price, not like $25 or $30 for this book, I would get it. So I jumped right on and got it so I could have it, and it'll be perfect for, I guess, Christmas in July. All right, let's see here. I have another tree book coming, but this is Tranquil Trees by Marcia Zotino, maybe? I'll have to move you out a smidge. Hold on. Okay. I love trees. I have another tree book coming that I saw on Carrie Kay's channel, but it's not going to be here forever. They're taking their sweet time with that book. But in the meantime, Amazon, again, I think recommended this. You know, I think they track what you buy. I love trees. Can't have enough tree books. So, I got this one. This is Keep Calm. Sorry. Keep Calm and Color Tranquil Trees. And as I said I would do, I'm purchasing one or so books every month or so by Christina McAllister. I don't even know what this says. Serenia. Okay, I'm not going to try to say that. Whatever that says, that's the book I got. This is a little bit different from her other book styles, but I really like it. So, I can't remember what month it was that I did her picture. I really liked it though. And I have admired her style for a long time. So, I don't know, every month or so, month or two maybe, I'm going to pick up one of her books, I think, until I get the ones that I want. I really like how she does her backgrounds here. They're a bit mottled. And I think when you go over them with the alcohol markers, you won't have to do much more than that. Like, it will do the work for you. Maybe. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not an expert with alcohol markers. So that is this book by Christina McAllister. I picked up one of the Forest Diver books. Guardians of the Enchanted Forest. I thought I'd try one to see if I like her style. I tried to get the one with like the biggest things to color. Now I don't like huge, but I don't like teeny tiny details necessarily either that I can't, you know, you need a laser to get in and color. So I thought this one seemed like it had the biggest details. I like details, just not so tiny that I can't color in them. So I'll try this one. We'll see. I'm not completely sold yet, but we'll give a few a try and we'll see. So this is Guardians of the Enchanted Forest by Forest Diver. And I broke my rule for this book. I do not like to get books where they have double images, although this one, Night Garden by R.J. Hampson, seems good enough. The images are just so unique and interesting that I went ahead and did it, even though it drives me crazy that there are double images in here. I don't know. I think it's a waste of a tree. And we all know I like trees. So So yeah, but there are just some that are just too good. You know, I've got to have them. So I picked it up. I'm sure you have all seen this book already. It has made the rounds. Everybody, I'm sure, has it. And that's kind of what is keeping me from getting some of his other books. They have double images in them, and I just don't want to. I just don't want to buy books with double images. All right, that's Night Garden. We've got my first Jasmine Becket-Griffith book. This went down. I kind of stocked some things. I've seen it as low as $15.50, I think, and it went down to 16 something. I don't remember exactly what. And I'm like, okay, it's probably not going to go lower than that in these inflationary times. So I picked it up when it hit that low. So this is a fantasy art adventure. And I have not been a colorist who colors people, so I'm wanting to get into that. I'm ready to delve into that a bit. So I wanted one of hers. I don't know if I'll get any more of hers. We'll see how the people thing goes. Planning on practicing it a bit this summer when I have time to look at a video, figure out what I'm doing. I like this one because I have it feels like really good paper. I think my Prismacolors would work well. But I have the option, if I want to, I can use alcohol markers here as well as, you know, a base. But we shall see. I have no idea how to color skin, so that is something I'm going to delve into. All right, that's Jasmine Becket-Griffith, A Fantasy Art Adventure. And finally, at Walmart, they finally had it. Mythic World. I'm sure you've seen this everywhere, by Kirby. And it does not disappoint. As I said, it was when the sale was on, the buy two get one half price sale that Amazon was having, which is not as good as the 3 for 2, and there were hardly any coloring books offered, but this one was offered, and then there was another one that I liked, but this was at Walmart, and I could actually see it in person, and it was nice and pristine. You know, I don't know, Amazon sends me stuff, and it's never pristine. The corners are always dented, and it's very frustrating. So it just hopped in my cart all by itself. Oh, these are nice. I really like those. Okay. So yeah, this book does not disappoint. Can't wait to do something in it. It's the perfect time too. Summer's coming. My brain can actually relax and think about things like that. And this was kind of an accidental find. I was looking for something else, and I ran across this book. I was looking for Enchanted Worlds. It's a Russian book, I think. I've seen it on Olga Rani. I've seen it on Elena's channel. This is not it, but I would really like that book. I just don't know how to get it. I don't know how to type in those Russian letters to my computer. But I ran across this book, and I really like how they did the images. There's a small image, and then there's a kind of a border of a slightly different image. I really like that. I've seen this in another book. I don't know what it was called. Creatures of the Night or something like that. But the images are quite disturbing. However, this is kind of relatively normal-ish images. I don't know, I use the term loosely, but I do like kind of the double image of this. And the images are good too. You know, they're kind of that fantasy, medieval tapestry kind of look about them, which I really like. Same with Tomislav Tomic. He's got that medieval Dark Ages tapestry look about his work that I just really love. So this was a lucky find. I think maybe I'll do a flip through of this, because it's just too good. The paper seems nice. I haven't colored on it yet. It's very smooth. It's single-sided for, I don't know, those of you who like alcohol markers, if you don't mind messing up. On the other side, there's a word, and then there's some little prose there. Not famous quotes or anything. Probably could be sacrificed if you don't care about such things. So yeah, I really like this book. I'm kind of glad I bumped into it. And then there was the 3 for 2 sale. No, I lied. It's not the 3 for 2 sale. It was the buy 2 get 1 50% off, which is not as good as the 3 for 2 sale. And it was very anemic as well, as many of the Amazon sales have been recently. They haven't been as good as they have been in the past. So sometimes when they first start the sales, they hardly have anything there. But if you wait a few days and you stock them a little bit, they generally add books to the list. So for example, the only 2 books to start with that were on there was Mythic World by Kirby and Game of Thrones coloring book. And I couldn't find anything else I was interested in. But a few days later, these other books came on. And I was able to pick up some that I had wanted a long time. Now, the Game of Thrones, this book was already discounted 40%. So it was half of 40%. So I got it for about, I don't know, a third of the price it normally is, a quarter of the price it normally is, whatever it is. But I have wanted this one a long time, and I don't normally get like famous things like I don't have any Disney, I don't have any Alice in Wonderland or anything like that, because those are such iconic images that people might get upset if you don't color them quite right. But I feel Game of Thrones in this book has a lot of things that maybe weren't seen, like it's open to interpretation here. So I've wanted this one for a long time. The price was just too good this time around, so I picked it up. It's got some serious detail on these pages. It's going to take some focus. These are not for the beginner, I don't think. I'm a little daunted by them. We shall see how it goes. I'm going to start with some of the easier ones in the front. What are these? I can't think of the name. The breastplates, the signs. Okay, I can't think of what they are. But anyways, it's late. It's 9 o'clock at night. My brain doesn't work as good. These look pretty good. So I'll start with a couple of those maybe and work my way to the harder things. So yeah, that has been on my list for a very long time. And I was also able in that same sale to pick up, this did not come on right away. This came on much later. Beauty of Horror 4 by Alan Robert. Currently I have 1, 3, and 5. So I just need 2. And hopefully all of these books came with dented corners. That's so irritating, Amazon. So this one is Creature Feature. And I was not interested in before, but as I color more in the Alan Robert books, I get more interested in his stuff. But there were a few that just sold me on this. I think this is the bottom of Godzilla here. So, I'm not sure. That would be my guess. So, like some of the movies I don't know, but some are just from not horror movies also. And some are like posters. It's all in the meat. I don't know. I don't know what that is from. Is that from anything? But the picture that sold me, I think, if I can find it, because I study those flip-throughs, people, so do flip-throughs. I think there was a picture from Finding Nemo. Is that what it's called? Finding Nemo? Yes! I'm pretty sure this is from Finding Nemo. Isn't that Nemo and his friend? The skinny blue one? It's like the horror version of Finding Nemo. Like, I've heard people say what this is from, but I don't know what it's from. I can't remember. I didn't see it. Because I don't watch anything horror. You couldn't pay me enough to watch horror. Ooh, op art. Op art. I love op art. So I'll probably just be coloring these however I want. I don't know. I can't be bothered to make them look like the horror movie that I haven't seen. But anyways, his work is awesome. His work is always so good. All right, so that's Beauty of Horror 4 and The Time Garden, which I'm pleasantly surprised at this book, although it came with dented corners as well. I thought it was going to be in flip-throughs. The spaces look so big, and that's why I hadn't got it before now, but when you get it in person, the spaces are much smaller than they look on the screen for some reason, and thus maybe a bit easier to color. But this one was another late arrival to the sale as well. So yeah, so when you see it on YouTube, it always looks like the space always looks so much, and then it's not as big of a space, empty spaces as I thought it was. It's very acceptable. So I'm pleasantly surprised by this. So yeah, so those were the 3 from my Amazon sale. And are you ready for it? This is the best of show picture here. I should probably adjust my light there. It's very dark over here. Okay, I had to order this special and I paid a lot for it. It took forever to get here. And it's out of print. Don't be upset. All right, here we have classic comic coloring book, sci-fi and horror. These are comic covers. And I love, love, love the art of comic covers. I could care less what's inside the comic book. I'm sorry. I think Ever likes comic books. I've never read a comic book. I have no desire to read a comic book. But the covers are just like this fabulous art. This book is really tall too. I may have to move you out a bit so you can see everything. And it's still not going to fit in the thing. It's a very tall book. The only thing wrong with it, and the seller said this, was there was like a sticker here, and I don't know, it looks like they tried to get it off and they kind of mussed up the thing there. I didn't even notice it for a long time when I was looking through this, but it is awesome. Super, super good book. So let's flip through and see some of it. When I was doing because Pixie did it and gave me the idea, so I copied her. I was doing the What's in My Sci-Fi book collection. I remembered that I really wanted this one, and so that made me think about it, and I had to look for it. And previously, when I looked for it before, it was not available, but it was this time. So yes, I paid a pretty penny for it. I paid about $30 for it, but then it was only $4 to have it shipped to me. So it was from somewhere on Amazon. But are these not like the best pictures ever? And I believe that you can research each individual picture and just copy it from the original comic. So the thing I like about comic book covers is, you know, it's a very limited color palette. It's that very flat graphic style. If there is shading, it's kind of block shading. I've always wanted to learn how to do that. So, and there's text on there. I like text. So long as it's not like some dumb quote or something. That bothers me. But I do like, you know, titles and stuff like that. So yeah, so obviously it's double-sided. The paper's thinnish. I'm not sure. You know, maybe we can test on something. Oh, no, maybe not. I'm not sure if water-based markers would leak through or not. I'd probably just use my Prismacolors. But this is going to be one of those top 10 books in my coloring book collection. Oh, look at this. Like, oh, that's totally sci-fi. I love it. Love it. Mysteries of Unexplored Worlds. This looks like a World Fair kind of thing. Oh, so good. This is so good. All right, well, I could wax on a long time about my new treasure, but I won't. I'll probably do a flip through of this one also. A nice slow flip through. But I'm pretty sure that this one is out of print. Oh, look at that weird thing. Okay. There's heavy black in this book. Alright, so that is classic comic book coloring, sci-fi and horror. That is it for my kind of big haul this month, May. I thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a wonderful day. Live long and prosper. Bye-bye.